Fine. So, the first rule is that if the statement is positive, there is a way to discuss, there is a way to do that one. That what we have discussed. That is, if the statement is positive, you make it negative. Simple. If the statement is positive, make it negative. If it is negative, make it positive. Simple. Give the way to get the way. From here to there and there to here. If the statement is negative, if the statement is negative, if the statement is positive, you make it negative. If the statement is negative, you make it positive. Simple. If the statement is negative, you make it positive. For example, the rule is helping verb plus subject. Why? Because already it is a negative. If negative is here, no negative will be here. If the positive is here, you make it negative. If the negative, you make it positive. Suppose, for example, Gopi is not a good boy. Gopi is not a good boy. Again, it is a declarative, but the declarative is in a negative. So you make it a positive. Gopi is not. You have to write this sentence again, but you don't write only simple words. Gopi is not a good boy. Just you delete this one. Is he? Because it is negative. Because it is negative, so make it as a positive. Because it is a positive, it is positive, make it negative. It is negative, make it positive. Simple. Positive, if it is positive, make it negative. If it is negative, make it positive. Simple. Very simple rules are there. Gopi is not a good boy. It is negative, but declarative. You make that one. Gopi is not a good boy. Is he? You have to write this sentence and you have to add here one comma mark and is he. Because it is subject, it is a helping verb. Only because of this rule, you added interrogative mark. It's clear? Very good. Now, I have a doubt personally. If helping verb is given, for example, you see, Rama is a good boy. Rama is not a good boy. In these two sentences, helping verb is given. What is the helping verb? This is helping verb. This is helping verb. In these two sentences, helping verb is given. Now the question rises for if helping verb is not given, If it is given, no doubt you are a hero, I am also a hero. So, if the helping verb is given, you have to pick it. If not, what to do? This is the question. This question may rise in everybody's mind. If helping verb is given, whether it is simple present tense, whether it is simple past tense, or future, or perfect, maybe present perfect, maybe past perfect. That means if is given, we can pick it. If are is given, we also can pick it. As, have, and had. If these three are given, we can pick it up and we can add that one in our question tag answer. Now the question is that if helping verb is not given, what to do? If you don't have something, the simple logic is that, very practical experience, if I don't have something, I have to ask and I have to borrow from somebody. When you don't have something, suppose to say you want to write one letter, you want to write one notes when you are in the school, when the teacher explaining or writing something on board, you have to note it down. So the moment if you don't have pen, what you will do? Will you be silent there? Will you be idle there? No. If you are idle, your teacher will punish you. So what to do? So immediately you are asking a pen from you, or you are taking one pen, or you are borrowing. You are requesting one of your friend to give one pen. But anyhow, whether it is your pen or your friend's pen, whatever that may be, what is your goal? Your goal is to note down the matter, what is being written on the board by your teacher. It's clear. So we will not be idle there, na? We will not be idle there. We will not sit silently. Why? Because we have to borrow something. Similarly, the same application and the same rule is also applicable to this here. That is to what? If helping verb is given, there is no problem, no second question, no second thought. If it is not given, what to do? This is our question. If helping verb is not given, if helping verb is not there in the given statement, what to do? That is, the simple method is that we have to borrow, we have to take from others. How? That we will see. She loves her children. Observe this one very clearly. She loves her children. She is subject, it is in declarative, and moreover it is in positive. She loves her children, it is positive, and moreover it is a declarative. You declare that she loves her children. This is subject. Loves is verb. Her children is object. That is separate thing. Now here you see there is no helping verb. Helping verb must be in between of subject and verb. Helping verb is not there in between of she and in between of subject and verb. There is no helping verb. You have to bring. How? On the basis of your main verb. This is main verb na. On the basis of main verb only, you have to bring your helping verb. You have to. Why? Because without a helping verb, the reason is that why should I bring, why should I take, and why should I ask for a helping verb? Why? Because without a helping verb, you cannot make one sentence into interrogative. This is the rule. You cannot make one sentence without a helping verb. You can make one sentence as a declarative like this. She loves. No helping verb. No helping verb is used there. But you made it as a declarative. But without a helping verb, you cannot make one sentence from declarative to interrogative. That is the rule. So, on the basis of your main verb only, you have to take one helping verb. That is what? If verb is in simple present tense, do. If the verb is in a simple present tense, do. And moreover, simple present tense with a third person, which already we have discussed in our tense chart. What is the rule of this? What is the pattern of this? Subject plus a verb, and subject plus a verb plus s or es. That means I go. If subject is third person, if the subject is a third person, that is he or she. He, subject, verb go, either s or es, he goes. This is the pattern. So the simple thing is that if the verb is in simple present tense, do. If the verb is in simple present tense but with the third person of the subject, what should be used? Does. If verb is in simple past tense, simple past tense, did. Simple. Very simple rule is that do, does or did. Do and does, simple present tense. Did is in past tense. It's clear? It's clear or not? Yes. Now you see, now we will go with the example. Now your answer must be, she loves her children. Now your main verb is in simple present tense with third person. Main verb is in a simple present tense with third person, that is I or he or she, he or she, like that. So here what should be used? Here what should be used? Verb is in a simple present tense with a third person. Do or does? Does must be used. So she loves her children. Does. Rule is same. It is in positive. It is in positive. Make this one as a negative. She loves her children. Does. Doesn't. The main verb, doesn't. Does. Why? Because it it is in positive. You make this one as negative. Doesn't she? Now this is subject. Does is a helping verb. You have to write here. Suppose in place of this, suppose Sita is there. What should be there? Her should be there. If Rama is there, Rama loves his children. Suppose to say, Rama loves his children. Why? Because of she, her should be used. Because of Rama, his should be used. Rama loves his children. Comma, your answer must be Rama loves his children. Doesn't, this Rama will change as doesn't he. This is subject and this is helping. It's clear? It's clear or not? Clear. Very good. Now you see, another important rule is that, this is very practical rule, that I am rather than slow. I am rather than slow. Here it is very clear, you need not to be confused that I is used, this is subject, am also used, helping verb. You are given one helping verb, and moreover this is in positive. I am rather than slow. But the confusing point is that if is given, isn't, or is given, aren't, like that. But with I, on the basis of the normal rules and regulations, what we used to do, I am rather than slow, amn't I, on the basis of the normal rules. Naturally, without the knowledge of question tag, everybody used to do like this, but it is wrong. With I only, if I is given in the statement, with I only, am should not be repeated. What should be repeated? I am rather than slow. Because of this I, aren't, are should be used. No am should be used. This am will be no more. So I am rather than slow. So in place of am, are should be used. Plus, the rule is same. It is in positive, you make this one as negative. So, I am rather than slow, aren't I? With I only, you have to use are. In other examples, you have to use one helping verb what is given in your sentence. But if I is given, if your subject is I, with I only, while you are making that declarative sentence to question tag, you have to write this sentence again, and am should not be used. Am should not be used. What should be used? Are should be used. Plus, the rule is same. That is what? Not should be used, and this is pronoun. Pronoun must be used. This is the subject is nothing but a pronoun. Pronoun has to be changed. Why? Because it is called pronoun. Here, Rama is a good boy. This is subject. No doubt it is a noun. No doubt it is a noun. This is question. But in your answer, while this noun should be changed to pronoun. That is, Rama is a good boy. It is in positive. Make it negative. Isn't. This is a noun. Na? This noun will become as a pronoun. That is he. That noun becomes a pronoun. We have to use pronouns. It's clear? There are some three common and important rules are there. That what I am going to write on this board. Just you have to note. That is what the last part of the tag is called. The last part of tag is pronoun. The last part of the tag is a pronoun. For example, to this, Sita is a tall girl. Sita is here noun, and moreover this is in positive. So your answer must be like Sita is a tall girl. So the last part of the tag is, so it is in positive. So first step is, second step is not, isn't, is plus not, isn't. This is a noun. This now the last part of the this is tag. This is question. The last part of the tag must be a pronoun. The Sita becomes a isn't she? Right now, last part must be, this is the last part of the tag. Similarly, another example, he is a He is a naughty boy. So this sorry. So in the question what is given? Gopi. This is noun. So your answer must be, isn't this Gopi noun becomes a pronoun? Isn't he? This is pronoun. This is a helping verb. So because of that reason, interrogative mark should be used. Okay na? This is first rule. Second rule is that if the subject of the sentence is pronoun, the same pronoun is used in the tag. This is the another rule. If the subject of the sentence is pronoun, suppose he or she, these are pronouns. Rama is a noun. Sita is a noun. So for Rama it is pronoun. For Sita it is pronoun. If in the sentence these two are given, these two means pronouns. If the pronouns is given, the last part the same pronoun should be used. If he is given, he must be used. If she is given, she must be used. If Rama is given, he must be used. If Sita is given, she must be used. She must be used. Right now, if pronoun is used, same pronoun should be used. Okay. These two are the important rules. Rest we will talk later.